Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening and welcome to Race 4 of AOR's GT3 Season 9. We're almost halfway through the season, and yeah, crazy things has happened. We've got quite a few things to discuss, as always, before we get into the race. We've got George Boothby currently leading the championship, Dara hot on his heels. I'm Rage F1, I'm joined by Saffzo, but Saffzo of the future, he'll be here very shortly. He's having some VC issues, so we will welcome him when he joins us. But we're about to go live for some racing around Donington Park, and looking at the current conditions, it's a little bit dark. So let's just jump straight in and see what's going on. I think the session is forwarding now, and we're about to go green for everyone involved. Let's jump on board with someone who's going to put in a very fast lap. I think, considering where they are in the championship, let's go on board with Dara McCormack. Look how hot and crazy it is already. These guys going through it straight away, straight out the blocks. Welcome, chat. Round 4. Let's get it going today. It's going to be a good race. We've got Hungaroring after this, Spa, Zolder, then Silverstone. So we're almost halfway. Hungaroring will be a 90-minute race, and that'll bring us halfway through the season. So it's not over yet by any stretch of the mind. So we've got some very good point scorers already. We've got some people who are already branching out and running away, like George Boothby currently leading the championship with 240 points. We've got Dara McCormack with 239 points. And then, Dara finding the gravel trap on his out lap. There we go, that's how hard they're pushing. Malinowski, Mr. Tortellini with 217 points. BMW Niels Nojaks, as you probably know him, probably butchering that name as well. 188 points in 4th place. Joining him as well is Jaroslav Hozink, or the YouTuber, company known as Jardier. He is in 5th place, technically joining BMW Niels in 4th. Amir Hassini with 179 points in 6th. And then Ridwing Soon in 7th, Trevor Wellen in 8th, Dalking in 9th, and then we've got Gregor Schill in 10th. Going outside the top 10, it gets a little bit more crazy, a little bit closer, but you've got likes of Jan-Marcel Dietrich, Kramerer, Valentin Barrier, Remy Papin, Nick Babin, they're the top 15. Jura Petrochenko after round 1, he's managed to work his way back into this. He's in 16th place in the championship. Dominic Goltz in 17th, Angus Fender in 18th, Matt Stone Anderson for PCDC in 19th place, Nicholas Taylor in 20th, outside the top 20. It does get even more crazy. We'll leave that for now. You can find some of the standings, I think, in the forum, so we'll leave that for now. It is for now. Like I say, Sash should be joining us at some point. I'm sure he'll jump in and say hello when he's here. But we're still watching Dara McCormack find his way around here. Let's go on the outside view. Obviously fluffed the outlap, a huge problem. And we still have this lighting glitch plaguing us by the looks of things. Not too sure what it is. It's a bit strange, isn't it? It's not too bad. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. Right, let's see what these boys can do for a first lap here. See what the kind of times are. Right, we've got a 126.2 on the board. Dara McCormack smashes that with a 125.5. That's also beaten by George Boothby and Luke Whitehead straight away. We've got Life Story Luke back in the car this afternoon. Good to see you back, Luke. He is currently the pole sitter. Jardier in 2nd place, put in a very good lap there. Good stuff from him. There's Valentin Barrier. He hasn't put a lap in just yet. We'll go on board, I think, inside with him. He tries to open up his time. Got lots penalty times coming in now. Didn't look like the best of starts. That looked like he was opening up the lap. We'll stay with barrier. Yeah, it was. It was just opening up for this one. Turn 1's tricky. Looks like he's on down into second place. Open up the steering quite nicely. Flat out then, down through the hill. Done through old hairpin. Careful not to run too far out onto that rumble strip. It will punish you. Starkey's Bridge. Into McLean's. Always catches you out, McLean's again. That gravel trap comes out at you, and it looks like it's caught out barrier as he goes down towards Coppice. He would have lost a couple of tenths there. Might even throw away this lap. He'll race down towards the S's. He'll get a distant tow. Cars off all over the place. Oh dear. People struggling around him. Didn't see who that was yet, and he's given up. There you go. That's a hot and heavy lap here around Donny in the dark. Already claiming different people. Jardier looks like he's just pipped Luke Whitehead here. Good time from him. Got to remember that these guys are in Porsches. Jardier and Luke Whitehead, both Porsche boys today. I can't see... Oh, there he is in P20. I was going to say, we haven't got a time, really, from Malinowski. Is he out at the moment? I think he's on an out lap. Just about to start, actually. Here we go. We'll see what it's like on board with Tortellini. Don't forget Tier 6. Can't forget Tier 6. Those Tier 6 boys. Leaving it all on the line. Right, turn 1. Nicely done. Turn 2 is barely a corner. Through this little S's section, down towards Old Hairpin. And the bridge on the left, nicely done. Car on the right though. I think that's the second time we've seen that Aston Martin off of the gravel. Malinowski currently a 10th up, but a 10th up on a time that's not really representative, I don't think. We really should see him getting a good few tenths. He must have made a mistake somewhere. He'll just jump in time at one point. This is all in line with what he's done so far. Maybe he got the S's wrong. Let's see. Black Old Saw, welcome, buddy. How you doing? How's your evening been? Lovely stuff there. Yeah, that was where the time's gained. He's 3 tenths up then for Tortellini. Melbourne hairpin. Very nicely done. Through Goddard's, here we go. Lining up to the line. He's a second and a half. Second, 1.3 up. 1.3 up. That's going to put him in pole position. It's put him in 4th place. Okay, we've had some improvements. Jardier is out there at the moment. Currently running around very well. Let's go up towards the top then and see what people are doing. Matthias, I'm not going to say his surname just out of respect to him. Anyone in the chat wants to know how I pronounce that. You have to wait till later because I'm definitely not saying that one. Matthias for Triton Racing. Currently up on his time. 6th place. Doing very well actually in Mercedes. We do, yeah we do. It's just he's having VC issues today. He will be in later, don't worry. We'll be joining us shortly, I know. Don't think we're going to see an improvement from Matthias here. Yeah, coming across the line. Such a good opening lap there from him. Going to be hard to find much improvements there. Right, Malinowski then. 2 tenths up. This is going to put him online with everyone else on their second run. Might displace Jardier here. McCormack currently 2nd place. He's behind a PCDC car. Malinowski then takes the pole position for now. Jardier then is still out there and he's going to be coming round and improving. He's on the bubble through turn 1. Let's go on board with him, see how it's like from his point of view. Evening everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome. It's going to be a good race today. Donny in the dark. It's a very unlit track, this. We're going to see, I think we're going to see a good race, a real good race. Definitely with the Porsches. Porsche heavy track, it seems. Dara McCormack struggling to get up there. George Boothby also struggling to get that little extra tenth that these other boys seem to have got. Malinowski's going even faster, by the way. He's a 10th up on his current time. BMW Neil's down in 6th place. He's a 10th up at the moment too. Gregor Schill also a 10th up. Finding time. It could be Malinowski, but I'm going to say Malinowski. He's not improving here for Jardia. Coming across the line then. No improvement. He stays where he is. If anything, Malinowski's improved behind him. He has, yeah, he's stopped on track there. Okay. Well, we've got 5 minutes towards the end now. Trevor Wenham is out there and improving. The Mons Ren Sport car. He is currently 2/10 up, and he needs that actually to get inside the top 10. A little bit down on pace today by the looks of things for Trevor Wenham. We've seen him right up there this whole season. I was going to say, we've got, we've either got some very respectful partners involved in this league race when they decide to do it on Valentine's Day. I'm sure some of these guys are going to get slapped wrists. Well, they're going to have to make it up to them. I know I am. Spaghetti Boy is even better. I know, right? He's doing very well at the moment. He's finally switched the car on this season. Luke Whitehead's up 2/10. We'll keep an eye on that. Trevor Wenham's up 3 at the moment. Where's that going to put him? That's going to put him inside the top 10 safely. I'm going to say 6th place or so. 9th. He dropped a bit of time there. Okay, Trevor Wenham, 9th place. Got a little bit more to make up. But Luke Whitehead here, he's on a charge. Really good lap from Luke. 3/10 under his belt. That's going to put him clearly in pole position. Dodgy exit. He's going to hold on to it though. He's got a 10th on Malinowski. 2/10 on Jardier and Dara and George Boothby. 3 on Gregor. It's hotting up in the last couple of minutes here. What's Dara doing? He's out on track. He's going past the bridge. I know, 1 second between 25 drivers is pretty crazy, isn't it? Let's see what Dara can do. Let's see if he can hold on to that time. I do apologise for the light glitch. I'm not too sure what the light glitch is here. You'll see it there. A bit strange. Haven't got to the bottom of it. Okay, Dara McCormack looks like he's actually given in. He's given up with that attempt. He's going to go one more time, I think. BMW Niels is on a charge at the moment. He's a 10th up. Whereabouts is he on track? Right, he's coming through the final set of corners. He's at Melbourne at the moment. 2/10 up. Matthias behind him in 9th place. Also was 2/10 up. Where's Matthias gone to? He's in 9th place. He hasn't improved. He must have made a mistake. This is a very good time here from Niels. But he's lost it at the end there. He does improve, goes up to 4th, but he was on the shout for a podium there. Pole position. Yeah, I think he'd be bitterly disappointed with that bit of speed at the end. Right, Malinowski's opening up his final run, I think, here. He might get one more in, actually. We've got 2 minutes left on the board. Takes 1:25 to get round-ish. 1:25, 1:26 for these boys, anyway. Curves, the old hairpin. Past Starkey's Bridge, flashes some drivers out of the way, as he should do, really. He's hunting for that pole position. Elusive pole position for Tortellini so far. You haven't seen him up there. I think his best performance so far in a qualifying for this season is second place, and he's got it twice. So he's hunting for that elusive pole position. Luke Whitehead, I don't think, has got it yet. He hasn't held up to a pole position, but anything can happen here. Amir Hassini is inside the top 10. He's 5th place. I know we've got a lot of Amir Hassini fans here. George Boothby, though, that is a surprise. Current championship leader in the pit. I don't think he's going to have any more. He's in 7th place. That McLaren is definitely not switching on in these conditions. Right, let's see what Malinowski can do. He's really on that bubble. He's only got a corner or so to do. He might even throw this lap. He has. Sort of wide line into the final corner so he can get as much run down into turn 1 as he can. He threw that last lap away, so it's a last-ditch attempt. We'll stay on board for the Malinowski last-ditch attempt at this qualifying session. As we pretty much run the time down, it will be checkered flag before he finishes this. So Whitehead pole equals win. I don't think so. I don't think Luke Whitehead's got it all yet. Given, unfortunately, Tortellini Malinowski one more shot at it. He's ruined it. He's gone too fast and he's off at Starkey's Bridge. Oh dear. Starkey's Bridge claims Malinowski. Well, you wouldn't have thought that. Who can make more improvements? It's not Tortellini Malinowski. He's going to have to sit it out for now. Can Jardier do anything to upset the top 3? Gregor Schill puts the car in 3rd place. We've got checkered flag. BMW Niels, whereabouts is he on track? Let's see. He's currently on for a good time here. If he can improve his final corner, because that's where he lost a lot of time, he could jump up here and be a right surprise. He's on the bubble. He's not improving. He's not losing any time. So let's see what he can do, and then we'll switch over to Jardier for the last line. Can he make some time up here? He lost it all last time round. Looking at his splits, it's not looking good. It's no improvement. 5th place for him. What's Jardier got under his sleeve? Round through, I think the S's, yet nicely done through there. Oh, he's pushed it too much and he's spun at the S's. That's going to ruin someone else's lap behind him. He held the brakes, but PCDC collects him. There was nothing that he could do there. Ah, and that's tears for both drivers, unfortunately. Nothing he could have done, unfortunately, but that has ruined both the laps of, I think, it was one of the PCDC boys. Is it Matslin Anderson? I think it might have been. Collecting Jardier then on spin on the final. Jardier held the brakes. I think that's a racing incident. One of those things, boys. Luke Whitehead then claims his first pole of the season. Good stuff from Life Story, Luke. 125.1. Woof. There's a huge crash. I know, I need Saffzo. I know, it's not fair. Right, the session has ended and we're going to forward over to the next one. We'll get Saff. We'll get Saff. Don't you worry. I'll get it. I'll go get it. He's here!
I've been here for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, bless you! Oh, geez.
I was going to say something, but you were on an absolute roll and I didn't want to interrupt.
It's okay, mate. No worries. Thanks for jumping in. I know you've been having a few issues. I think it's Discord.
Yeah, I had to restart, I think, about 10 times, and finally on that 10th time, it's like, oh, I suddenly want to work now.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. Like I said, I've had some issues earlier on today. I'm trying to play other games. But yeah, we're here now. The duo are here. Black Gold Sword, rest easy. What a qualifying. Did you watch Jardier get taken out one of the PCDC boys?
I did. That was interesting.
Black Gold Sword said your line, which was a huge crash.
It was a huge crash.
There we go, lovely. Right, let's go through the top 10. We'll run through the whole grid, I think, seeing as we're here. Luke Whitehead then, taking pole position. Joining him on the second row is Malinowski. I think it's the 3rd time running Malinowski's got the second row. I like his headlamps, they're pink. Gregor Schill on the second row with Jardier. He's always been up there this season. Really good to see the improvements. Then we've got BMW Niels on the 3rd row with Amir Hassini. Again, one of those drivers that's been right on up there this whole season. Let's go Helicam. Dara McCormack, 7th place. George Boothby joining him on the 4th row back there in 8th. 5th row would be Matthias and Trevor Wenham. Looks like Trevor did manage to keep himself in the top 10. That'll be good for his championship chances. I know he's improved this season. Juro Petrochenko in 11th. So that's what's that? That's the 6th row with Hamanda Herquizi. 7th row, Kramerer and Jean-Marcel Dietrich. And then we've got 8th row, Max and Alexander Novikov. Then we've got 9th row, Angus Fender, Robin Schaefer, Samir Foch and Dominic Goltz will be back there on the 10th row. There we go. So it's the normal boys, not gonna lie, it's the normal guys. I'm just sending a quick text message to remind my partner to take my dinner out of the oven. You've got to do it, otherwise it will be a crisp morsely meal. We've got, I think that's, never pronounce his name. Where are we? Briatti? And Darren King on the 11th row. Kieran Prendergast. It's probably the best performance all season. 23rd, and he's joined with Matthias Letho in 24th. Matt Sten Anderson, after that huge crash, will be joined by Nikita Bogrodowski. I always butcher that one as well. Marcus Lawrence and Vanko Dimitrov will be on the same row. Adam DeBeal, Nick Babin in 29th and 30th. So what's that? 15th row on the grid. Bykov and Valentine Barry will be in the 16th row. Steve and Kevin Niles will be on the back row. That was Kevin Niles we saw off and all over the place actually in the build-up to this race. So yeah, he's not having a good afternoon. I'm going to see if I can fix this this light glitch. It's really strange. I'm not sure you're getting it, are you?
I don't think I am. No.
Let's see if I can work it out. Do apologise for all of this, guys, but I have no idea what it could be. Could be something like this, you know. It could be any of these. I've got no idea. Anyone have any bright ideas to get rid of that flashing? Let me know, because I've got no clue how to fix that. It could be something like this as well, you know, bloom quality. But yeah. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I'll do bloom quality because I think that might be something along those lines, you know. Oh my God, did we fix it? What are the chances? We fixed it. It was bloom quality. There you go. All of those suggestions, and I picked the right one. No one in chat helped me at all. One bit.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no, I haven't fixed it. Fuck. I mean, damn. I have no idea. Ashton is definitely in the corner of Luke Whitehead today. Literally no clue. I know, it's really weird. It only happens at night time. It just flashes off the LED. It's a weird LED kind of glitchy. I assume it's a glitch, right? I don't know. It looks like it's a rain kind of texture that's left over in daytime, which is really odd. But anyway, we'll leave it for now. I keep saying that I'm going to have a look to fix it, but we never really night race, right? So that's why it's still there. So, Saf, how was your day,
Meh.
Meh? Just meh?
Yeah.
We got lots of penalties, Saf.
Yes, I was going to mention that. Something has been put in racing on. The driver starting with a 5-second time penalty did not follow the instructions. At least 2 tyres should be on the track. Final turn gaining an advantage.
Ooh.
So it means they've been a bit naughty in qualifying.
In qualifying, i.e. they went wide to gain a fast start down the straight. Wow.
Yeah.
Tut.
So
Malinowski, Gregor Schill, Mir Hassini, George Boothby, Trevor Wenham. Is that Briatti? Prendergast also getting caught up with that penalty. Who else have we got that's been slapped on the wrist? Let's go a bit further down. All this more. Letho, blimey, Bogorodovsky, Marcus Lawrence, Vanko Dimitrov got caught out, and Valentine Barrier all getting caught out by that penalty of going too wide at turn 1. Crucially though, pole position didn't get that penalty, so Luke Whitehead didn't get the penalty. We'll explain where that happens, guys, because lots of people asking why the 5 seconds. It's for going too deep into the final corner to gain an advantage down the back straight into turn 1. And I'll show you exactly where that is on track with the use of Luke Whitehead's car. So going down here, you'll see, well, you would have seen a lot of people abusing the track limits going into the final corner. They're all playing gamesmanship right now, so they're going very slow down into turn 1. Luke Whitehead is, well, they're not actually, they're under a strict limit, aren't they? So, on the right-hand side here, if you go over that white line, you get a penalty. That's the one you saw there. They've done that, and that's got them a penalty, unfortunately. And that's what that 5 seconds that you see on the board for a lot of these drivers is for. Saf, middle pack, please. Give us some... Yep. Oh, that's a huge crash if it happens. We're about to go live for round 4. Luke Whitehead is still in the lead. Oh, but Malinowski, brilliant on the brakes into turn 1. Almost sends the car round the outside. But Luke Whitehead, crucially, leaves space behind, which is easy enough for Malinowski just to stay there and put pressure on. Gregor Schill gets a really good start there. We're on board with Jardier in the Porsche, hunting to get past the other German car in front. Goes for the outside, past the bridge. No room, I think, for anyone to get past there. But we're all good. Any crashes? Any disasters?
Yeah, well, there's someone off, but it hasn't crashed into one. This Angus Fender has gone off towards the back. They're dropping a fair few positions, is trying to rejoin safely. No collisions.
Wow. Guys, are we sure this is AOR? Are we in the right place? No collisions. It's night time. I kid. Right, it looks like everyone's getting through okay. Matsson Anderson looks like he's been overtaken slightly. Oh no, that's his Martin Lawrence, sorry. Marcus Lawrence. Martin Lawrence. Can you imagine if Martin Lawrence was racing with us? That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? He's not. I'm sure he's not. If he is, we want to chat after the race. We've got a fight for for the final corner, for the lead by the looks of things. Malinowski up the inside of the final corner catches Luke Whitehead at Melbourne and managed to sneak into the lead here, but he's got 5 seconds under his belt, so Luke Whitehead doesn't have to worry here.
No, the next one to trouble Whitehead would be BMW Nielsen 4th, but there's a car separating him and Whitehead. Jardier unfortunately has dropped down to 5th place, but with the 5 seconds that Schill and Malinowski had, this could be another podium for him.
It could be. It really could be. Malinowski's going to have to run away and hope for chaos behind. 5 seconds in that pit stop is a huge amount of time. Think of how long 5 seconds is on the track. That's the kind of gap that you want. But yeah, it's going to be chaos, unfortunately, for the likes of Malinowski, Gregor Schill, Bassini, Boothby, Trevor Wenham. Going to have real knock-on effects for the championship. This 5 second penalty, isn't it?
Yep.
Caught you mid-yawn there. Don't worry, right, we got some pitters, sorry.
Yeah, there was a collision at the back between Matsson Anderson. I didn't see Petrochenko involved in that, so I'm not sure why they're pitting. But I think Kieran Prendergast was the other one involved with Lyndon Manderson at the penultimate corner on the first lap.
Oh, PCDC not getting any luck this season, unfortunately. Matsson Anderson, his teammate got caught out in qualifying. They all seem to be having issues in the races so far, and it's, yeah, unfortunately tears again for PCDC. Marcus Lawrence in 28th place. I really do like this team. They did so well in the Endurance Championship only a couple of months ago, but just haven't been able to switch on that pace moving forward into this, into season 9, which is a shame. But never mind. I'm sure they'll be back. With full force. We're on board at the moment with Valentin Barrier, who's also going for a move by the looks of things on Dimitrov ahead. It's really close and crazy in the middle section here with these drivers. The snake of cars is huge. It can be, Black Gold Saw saying the lap 1 pit can be strong here. It can be. We saw a podium, I think, come from, I think it was Dara McCormack, or it could have been Luke Whitehead, I can't remember, in their first season with AOR, because of the rain and, because of the train-like effects that you see here. Hunting barriers, hunting the back here at Dimitrov. Luke Whitehead still behind Malinowski. Fought briefly for me, Saf. We're on board with Luke Whitehead.
Luke weiterhin. 2 tenths quicker last lap. So Malinowski's not pulling away like you said he had to. And I just realised what Rageman he said for me to keep going. So,
yes. I'm here. Okay. Sorry, we've got a bit of an emergency with something in the oven, so yeah, hold the fort for me, please.
Valentine's Day is going great for you, isn't it? And he's off again. So, Luke Whitehead, as I said, is 2/10 up on Malinowski last lap. We'll have to wait and see when they cross the line what it will be for the coming lap. But Gregor Schill currently has the fastest lap with a 1:26.3. Meanwhile, Chardier did a 26.8 last lap. So Chardier not quite second as close as he'd like, but maybe that was just a bit of an off lap last lap. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, the leaders are now catching up to Linham Anderson after he's had to make that early pit stop. Malinowski's still leading from Whitehead, from Schill, BMW Niels and Jardia, that's the top 5. Schill and Malinowski still having to serve those 5-second penalties. So we'll see it across the line.
A flaming lasagna.
Oh, fun.
It's all good. We managed to get it out in time. Yeah. Just as we were saying, flaming pasta, Malinowski, tortellini man, definitely on fire today.
Yep. Opened the gap by a 10th last lap after Whitehead had gained 2/10 the lap before that. So I think net overall in the last 2 laps, Whitehead has gained a 10th.
He's not able to keep up with that pace. Looks like Malinowski's got a really good setup by the looks of things. Who was saying in the chat earlier on, Whitehead pole and win. I'm not sure it's going to be that easy. Obviously he's got that 5 seconds, so he's got to trot on here and make up that time in the race. It's possible, right?
If they're quick enough, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely think they can do it. I mean, I think if Malinowski wants to try and do this, he's going to have to do something drastically different. He's already in clean air at the moment. I think as soon as he reaches anyone that he needs to lap, it might be worth pitting in very early here. But we'll see. As Luke Whitehead is right on the back of him, it looks like Malinowski's lost a bit of time there. Was it a bad S's? I didn't quite see. Go on board with Luke. He's hunting down Malinowski. That gap can't be 4/10 now.
Wait and see, gaps can be deceiving from certain angles. Yep, you're right, it's less than 4/10. That was a personal best for Whitehead, 26.3, 26.5 from Malinowski, so that's another 2/10 gained for Whitehead, so I think that's 3/10 in the last 3 laps.
Dragging it back, it's obviously took him a little while to get the feeling of the car underneath him after the race start, and now he's just opening up, piling on the pressure. Oh, they're both cracking. Both get a bit of the grass at bridge.
Whitehead's got a good one here.
He has. Oh, he's learned from last week, obviously. Got a slapped wrist, didn't he? Huge penalty, 2 penalty points.
Oh, but he might go for it. If he broke just a bit too late, that could have been nasty.
Didn't. All good.
And look at Schill and BMW Niels behind. They're ready to pounce if something happens.
I think we need to call him life lessons, Luke. Has he learned from last time? Has he learned from the incidents? These drivers have come to blows. Only but, what, two weeks ago? He sat out last week, unfortunately. I think he was too ill to race, but he's back this week. Definitely pulling the punches. Some flashing going on there from Schill. Not too sure what's that about. You're racing, buddy. You don't have to move out of the way.
That might be for Linham Anderson ahead.
Possibly.
But I don't imagine he'd see Schill's headlights. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It's Whitehead and Malinowski set near identical times, both at 27.0 last lap. Schill as well, 27.0. BMW Niels a couple tenths quicker than that. And Jardier 6/10 quicker than the top 2.
Wow. He's coming back.
So,
didn't see what happened to him at the beginning.
No, I didn't either. I was focused on the mid-pack like someone asked.
Yes, you're quite right. You asked me to do mid-pack. Andy says, I bet Torch has rocked up with 0 practice again. I mean, there's a high possibility, I'm not going to lie. But I still think they, yes, they might rock up, but some of these guys don't need practice. They're that good. Look at the differing lines there from Luke Whitehead, taking a much deeper entry and then really hugging the apex. He's trying to do things different to catch up with Malinowski here, but I don't think everything is working. He's dropped outside of that 4/10 barrier. Gregor Schill going for a lunge up the inside. Luke having to shut the door on that occasion. I don't think that really was.
Malinowski flashing Lennon Anderson.
And yeah, Lennon Anderson getting well out of the way for the top 5. Nicely done. He's actually getting out of the way for almost everyone. Yeah, he's trying to find a gap. Good solid driving from him there. The pace of the BMW is quite surprising here.
Yeah, although with Porsches in the top 2 and in 5th, you have to say they seem to have the advantage so far.
Yep. Fastest lap currently, though, is from a BMW. BMW
True.
Neil's taking that crown. But yeah, Jardy is still looming over there. You'd be surprised to see him improving. What's his last time? It was 1:26.5. BMW Neil's was 1:26.6, so somewhat matching but slowly catching. Apparently Jardy ran a bit wide into the chicane. BMW Neil's passed him then. Okay, so it was a run after the chicane. Unfortunately, he got gaps there. Cold tyres for the Porsche. I've noticed the Porsche struggled to get up to temp. That's why we saw Luke Whitehead struggling on the first lap. A couple of people got mugged at the beginning there. But only this week and then next week, and then we've got a bit of a break. I think we have a week break before we can reconvene and get on with the rest of the season. We've only got 4 races after this one, I think, remaining. Let's just have a little look. I think we've got
4 races.
Hungaroring, which is a 90-minute race, so an hour and a half, not an hour that you're used to, so make sure you pack extra popcorn. Spa will be after the break. That will be on the 8th of March. I think there's a break. There isn't a break. The break is after today. Apologies, the break is after today, so there won't be a race next week. The next race will be on the 1st of March. Alright? Then we go to Spa for the 8th of March, then to Zolder on the 15th, then Silverstone on the 22nd. So break week starts next week, and then we'll be back in Hungary for a nice big old long return and opening up the final part of the season. So there we go.
Everyone's taking a break this week.
SXS
has a break week, RNL has a break week, AOR has a break week.
Yeah, seems to be break weeks all round. Good news then, if you do like your AOR GT3 racing, AOR have just launched the information for AOR's Endurance League. Now, if you want to find out what that's all about, you can do inside the Discord, but I'll give you a little sneak peek into what's going on. We're doing 9 hours of Silverstone on the 5th of March, 8 hours of Monza on the 26th of March, so March is quite busy. Spa would be 12 hours, and that's on the 23rd of April, and then Laguna Seca for 8 hours, that's a long time around Laguna Seca, for 21st of May. So there you go, that's Endurance Championship Season 2. I'm sure there'll probably be 2 splits. There was last time. So if you want to find more information, jump onto the Discord and you'll be able to find all of the information about that. I will see if I can get you a Discord link. I'm sure everyone has a Discord link, but I will get you one now anyway. Let's see. Can't for the life of me find a Discord link, so we'll come back to that later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one in the chat. I'll pin it if I can find it. I think it's quite nice of them to have break weeks.
Yeah.
However, as my mum used to say, there's no break weeks in life, Saf. She didn't. I'm making that up. It's quite true, though.
I mean, there's break days.
I mean, is there? Is there really?
Yeah. Bank holidays.
Yeah, but is it really? Do you have a break
Yes.
in life? Do you just go to your your fourth dimension?
Well, no, that's not a break from life. That's a break from reality. That's a very different thing.
Good question.
A break from reality would be nice, though.
It would be. just jump on board your squishy mushroom-infested membrane, and off you go to the dimension made of squares and weird triangle elves. All you have to do is inhale this frog. Jacques, there are 5-second penalties because these boys were naughty and went too far over the final corner line, and they got penalties for taking liberties with track limits. In qualifying, lots of them got it. I think there was a race directive at the beginning of the race and it wasn't adhered to. So unfortunately they have got lots of penalties, yes. We got very deep there, didn't we, on transporting your consciousness to another realm.
If anyone is watching from the 4th dimension, they're probably very offended right now.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, if you're in the 4th dimension, can you have or perceive anyone inside the 3rd? That's the real question.
Maybe.
Yes.
Anyway,
we're on board with Gregor Schill being hounded by BMW Nils. They're still together, these BMWs. No one is losing anyone. Let's see if we can find some racing a little bit further back, though, before we get too deep on if you sniff too much toad, where will you go? 14th place. Robin Schaefer is getting very close to Jean-Marcel Dietrich in the Porsche.
we have a pit stop.
Oh, we do! Was that from the 3rd
It's George
dimension?
Boothby.
George Boothby in the pits already. 43 minutes. That's an early one.
Yeah, well, we did say early pit stops may be the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. That goal saw like that conversation.
Ooh. Prendergast and Bykov going side by side to turn 1.
Okay. Lots of flashing going on there. Adam DeBille in just up ahead of them. But you're right, side by side, there's a touch. Bykov getting sent into the kidsy litter. Sparks flying everywhere off the rear end of that Lexus. Tasty stuff there. Oh, Mats. Mate, I don't know what to say, buddy. It's just PCDC just not having a good time this season. Keep your head up, buddy. Don't let it get to you. It's not a you thing, buddy. It's just how the cookie crumbles. It really is. Don't throw in the towel. There's plenty of opportunities. 100%. Well, Samir Foch looks like he's going for some moves. We've got a huge gaggle of cars there. Foch looks like he's going for moves, or has just made them, because they are very close together. Briaton? I can never say that name. They're both in, though. Clown Fiesta Esports leads them through. I can see Pepe Clown on the front of the car. I haven't seen that paint before, but I 100% approve of that one. Honker, is it the Honkerler? Samir Foch, I've removed my hat in on a...
Oh, we got penalties.
Oh, lay it on us.
Alright, we've got a 10-second time penalty for car 88, which is Dimitrov.
Yes.
And that's for causing a collision with car 10. Would that be Linham Anderson?
It's not, it's Kieran Prendergast, funny enough.
Yeah. So that might have been the thing I pointed out at the beginning then.
Yes.
And then Linham Anderson may have just been caught up in that. But anyway, yeah, that's a 10-second time penalty and a license point for... who was that for again? That was Dimitrov. So that's actually on top of the 5 seconds he got from qualifying as well. Then we have a 10-second time penalty for car 142, that's Bykov. And that's for causing a collision in an incident involving 964,
That's
12.
Anderson. Yeah, that's Marcus Lawrence.
115, which is Fowler, and himself 142, and that's also a license point. Both of those incidents I mentioned, lap 1, turn 10, so that must have all just been one big incident.
Where's that?
That is the penultimate corner.
Turn those yeses.
And then you must count them differently, because I definitely saw it happen in ahead.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a 5-second penalty for car 24, which is 24, is 24 still in the session?
24, isn't it?
Yes.
24
I'm not
is
seeing it.
Matthias.
Ah, yes, I see. I'm not going to try. But yeah, they've got a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with car 41 at turn 10 again, but on the next lap 2.
Okay. Alrighty. So, a couple of slaps coming in then from the boys in the steward's office. Unfortunately, some people making mistakes. We've got, like we say, we've got some pitters already. We saw a few of them come in, so we'll keep an eye if any of the top boys decide to do the same. We've got someone else in. Oh no, that's Max Anderson, parked permanently in the pit, watching the stream, watching the onboards by the looks of things. So Jardier was battling with BMW Niels. He's lost a bit of time, and now is being hustled by Amir Hassini, who really wants to get past. BMW's doing well today. It's a German top end, look. Is it a German top 10? No, if it wasn't for Hamanda Hikwizi, it would be a full German top 10. We've got Porsche, BMW and Mercedes. Look at that though, you've got Mercedes there, Matthias. 7th place, is I think the only Mercedes we've got in the season, right? At least in this split.
I shall have a look in the standings to fact check that. Mercedes.
Alex AJ BS Private Stream, I don't know what about buddy. Speak sense, man.
Is Mateus a Oh, okay, that's the badge, right. Okay, I was looking for the Mercedes badge, not the AMG badges, which is what they use.
Yes.
Yep, he is the only Mercedes.
Okay, well, interestingly enough, George Boothby, who came in to do his pit early, Dara's done his pit as well, is just gone fastest. Alright, so George Boothby's managed to find some space and time, maybe even in the 4th dimension, I don't know, but he's found some space and time, and he is going quickly. Very, very quickly.
We have a pit stop!
That was also from the 4th dimension. Was that Dominic Goltz?
And Novikov.
Novikov, yeah.
Swear, that pit stop line is going to become as iconic as Huge Crash.
Okay.
Calling it here.
It's a huge crash.
Or it's just going to get 20 times more annoying than it. I'm not sure which, but one of those is going to happen.
Okay, I'll let you decide. We've got lots of people in actually. Abdul came in, Fabio came in, Barry came in. Also, lots of pit stops coming in now. I think it's probably about pit stop time. Won't be surprised if the top boys start to pull in, and that will set off a chain reaction, won't it? You might even have Luke Whitehead doing it a bit early, you know? I don't think he's got anything to worry about though, isn't he? Because he's got that penalty.
Yeah, I think really the only car Whitehead needs to worry about at the moment is BMW Niels, and he's 2 seconds back holding back a train. So I think Whitehead is being pretty calm right now for that penalty that Malinowski has.
Malinowski in, yes, there we go. Tortellini pulling it in. Anyone else joining in? I think there is. Yes, that is Amir Hassini. Hassini coming in. Good stuff from him. Has he also got a penalty? Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Shame.
Now some qualifying not added by the stewards. We have a pit stop. It's Max Virginia. I butchered that last name.
Yeah, that's fine. I do too. Is it? Yeah.
We have a pit stop. It's Dimitrov. I can definitely see which one it's going towards. Yeah.
Oh dear. I think that was another one as well that came in. Is that Foch?
Yeah. No, it's Leitao.
Okay. Right. Leito's in. We've got a couple of drivers in here. Right. Well, crucially, I want to see what's happening with Boothby here, because this is what we need to keep an eye on, because Boothby is going to be fighting with Malinowski. I think Boothby's going to pass him here. Let's see. Has Malinowski moved yet?
Yep, he's been released.
He has, right. Well,
and Boothby's just exiting the last corner.
He is.
Boothby wasn't. Yeah, got to remember Boothby wasn't really that close to Malinowski. But I also believe he was behind Hassini, like considerably, and he's close up a fair bit.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna jump up into the top 5 or anything, but he has made up some time with that.
Well, crucially now he's got a car to follow, so he's got a marker, right? So he can probably reel him in.
Whitehead's in.
What was that?
Yeah, I've already dropped the line. Whitehead's in.
Ah, okay. You've already dropped the line.
I've dropped the line. I already knew it was going to get very irritating.
We have a pit stop. Can you imagine
Oh, you can do it. You could probably make it entertaining.
Can you imagine if that was like, it was put out on a loudspeaker around the whole track?
Oh, God.
But it would only click in.
What would... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say it would only click in like when every car came in. So it'd be like, we have a pit stop. And
just imagine if all the cars came in on the same lap for a safety car or something.
Oh, you know, like those videos when you watch them on YouTube and it says like 2 million times.
Oh, we've got a car round.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
That was it was Maximo Jr. So someone who, one of the last victims of that horrible line I came up with, has spun round, and I believe that was around 10.7. It was the right-hander before the S's, and
He's
that's
on an
fallen
out
back.
at the moment, so that's going to hurt him. That is, it's already a slower lap anyway.
Yeah, don't think that lost him a position where he is in 22nd, with now Nikita right behind him.
Yeah, Nikita's going to be licking his lips. He's also done a pit stop too, so Nikita's got faster tyres. Yeah, we might see those boys swap round. Okay, right. I know we got a little bit lost there in pit stops, didn't we? As it sorts itself out, let's see what's happening with the top guys, because I'm really interested to see when they decide to put it in, and they do. Right, BMW Niels pulls it in. Whitehead has already done it, so I think the gap is only going to get bigger. Where is Jardy? Is he coming yet?
I completely forgot about the penalty man that scale. I was like, oh my god, Whitehead stumped him. Yeah, of course he's got a penalty.
Yeah. No.
Wenham's just going to drive through, so that'll be for track limits.
Oh, that is pretty spicy, that.
3 people into the pits, BMW Niels, Mateus and Briat. Yeah.
Well,
So
everyone, get your notebooks out, print screen your life away, because Jardy is currently leading a race in AOR Tier 1. Woo! We jest. He's right up there this season. He's obviously extending his stint. He'll be coming in quite soon, I would have thought, considering everyone else around him has done very similar things. And he's got to come in quite soon, otherwise he risks the likes of George Boothby jumping him. Because George Boothby's going fast. He's actually passing people here. He's just passed Amanda Hickweezy. So yeah, got to be very careful, otherwise he's going to be under threat from those behind. But he should come strong towards the end, so we'll stay with Janier here and see what happens, and see how much time he loses. Current leader, I would have thought he'll pull the car in now. I don't think there's any bonus going further, and he is going further. Saf, I think this is a bad choice here, but you know, he knows what the score is. He's going to push it for as long as he can. He's not got a penalty, remember. He doesn't have to hold for 5 seconds. But it's crucially the guys behind him, whether they got that free air that they needed. And Boothby isn't in free air now. He's 9/10 behind Cassini. He's not been improving since he got out of those pits. So yeah, we'll stay with Charlie, I think, for a couple more laps to see what he can do. See if he can open up anything on camera behind. Stay in about 6 seconds. Jason, welcome to the party, buddy. Sorry I missed your message. Good to see some new boys here. What land have you been mapping of recent? Are you geography boy? Do you map out different territories? It's a strange name to put as your YouTube thingy, but I like it. Can you map me like your French women? How does one map a terrain?
That is a question I don't have the answer to.
It must be done with like GPS and lasers, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure they were done before that was a thing. So.
I know, but they just eyeballed it then. Booth, sorry, Jardier in. Jardier in. Oh, can you imagine if you were in charge of mapping the British Isles back in the 1300s? It was like, are you sure there's a peninsula there, sir? How dare you question me? I've got no idea, but just put it in. Sailors trying to work their way through a very different world. Anyway,
top 3 are all in.
They are definitely in, but I think it's a little too late. Where's Luke Whitehead?
He's just coming up to the penultimate corner now. And also, another driver who jumped Malinowski in the pits, BMW Niels. He's up to 2nd now.
He is, yeah. Well, that was the penalty. Coming straight into play. So yeah, BMW deals, jumps Malinowski, and they're quite close on track actually. And I think
Jardier's been released.
He has, but I think he will lose the position.
He's not going to be, yeah, he's going to be 5th or 6th at best. Whitehead's already gone through. BMW Niels. Oh, he's not going to be far behind Malinowski. Not far behind at all. That's 4th place. Not bad at all. And he'll technically have better tyres.
Halfway. He will have better tyres to attack.
Only 2/10 behind. This really could be a podium if he can strike now and put Malinowski under pressure. Of course, he does also have to consider second place in the championship. Winner of the first round. Hasn't had a podium since then, but still second. And actually, that's a good point. Who would be leading the championship after this race? surely either McCormack or Malinowski.
Well, Malinowski's 217, McCormack's 239.
Boothby 240. Boothby's behind both of them, so I don't imagine he'd be leading.
I think Darwin
Malinowski.
Hold on to it, possibly.
We'll take it back, you mean?
Yes, yeah. Might hold it on from Malinowski. It all depends what happens with Malinowski and what happens with Jardier in between. Desperate then for George Booth, for Darren McCormack to get past these guys. He has to. The championship's on the line here. These are the kind of races that determine where you finish. So, yeah, he needs to get a move on. When you do it though, that's the key. Just got to stay with them and hope for incidences. If those Porsches are just ultimately slightly faster around here, just got to do what you can and just stay with them and hope for an issue, because I think that's all that Darren McCormack can do. It was evident in qualifying that he just didn't have the pace on the guys in front. He's managed to stay there throughout the race session. Didn't get involved in penalties. Oh, Malinowski taking quite a lot of curb and a bit of gravel. Got away with it. They're pushing hard here, Saff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do in Dara's point? You know, would you just try and stay there?
I mean, like you said before, I think just sit back and stay as close as you can without compromising your own time too much, and just hope for an incident. And if one doesn't happen, it's a case of, well, the car just didn't have the pace. There's still 4 races to go. Still near the top. Don't risk anything.
I mean, the McLaren might come alive at the end, but it's looking like it's a very Porsche favoured track at the moment in the dark. So we'll see. Track temperature way down at 12 degrees. Same with ambient. So all those things taken into account, it really does change the way the drivers perform here. And the BMW is doing very well with these conditions. Got lots of BMWs up inside the top 10 that I think we should really keep an eye on that gap between BMW Niels and Luke Whitehead, because I think that's the one that we need to keep the most focus on. 1.5 seconds is at the moment, but that BMW looks very fast today. John McCormack's the threat here. Jardier knows it. I think the opportunity to get past Malinowski has, I think, slipped away. And now I think it's just hold on to the position, because we've got a very racy Dara on the rear bumper. He's got that McLaren in a perfect spot. Look how close he is through the S's there. He's going to go for a dive here, I think. Doesn't do it.
Well, we've got to watch out for the cars behind as well. They're not too far back.
No, you're right. And they're both very quick. BMW's have proven themselves to be quick this afternoon. What's a bit of time there, I think. Jardier's struggling with the pressure here. You know what it's like when you've got a fast car behind you. Oh yes, it is getting his braking points wrong. And that was Dara getting it slightly wrong. Jardier braked a little early, only a little early. It caught Dara out and he had to stamp on and lock, and that caused him to almost touch. Dara losing a massive chunk of time because of it, but it will be quick up to the back. Jardier again, very shortly, because I think the man in the Porsche is struggling a little bit here. And both of them have dropped away from Malinowski. Darwin needs to get this done quick. Championships on the line, Saf.
Yeah, at the moment, if things were to finish as they are, Malinowski would catch up to McCormack by 15 points. And crucial, if McCormack gets past Hart Jardier, the amount that Malinowski catches is nearly half to 8 points. So this could actually be pretty crucial what happens between Jardier and... For all we know, we could be watching the most important battle in the title fight.
Yeah,
for all we know.
Quite right. It's these little tit-for-tat point trades that really make a difference.
Behind there's been a move, and at least an attempt. That's Gregor Schill and Amir Husseini. I couldn't tell who was trying to attack who. I think it was Husseini attacking Schill, trying to get past. But they were just constantly moving their lines to try and defend and attack each other. They're still close, and there's a lot of bumping going on. And for now, at least, that is Amir Husseini past Schill. But I'd imagine one BMW would like to get past the other pretty quickly. I think that's a bit of light flashing from Schill and annoyance. So that's going to be a fight to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think Schill was a little bit aggrieved with how aggressive Amir Husseini was on the exit of the final corner. Showed him all of the gravel and a bit more. I think he was a little bit upset with that. You can see the fight going on ahead between McCormack and Jardier. Look how close and look how hard Dara is pushing Jardier. Unfortunately, he's probably telling his chat just to shut up right now. He needs to concentrate with every fibre in his being. And Husseini didn't get that corner very well. That didn't look like the fastest way through Coppice.
This run down to turn 10 after the S's could be crucial. This is where he got overtaken. Gregor, so is he going to try and overtake back? No, he's far too far back to go for a dive. There'd be a suicide run. Definitely late on the brakes though, so... Oh, and there's a little bit of a tap on the rear, so clearly not happy with each other, and they're not in the same team, so they don't have to be worried on that front.
Oh, Amir going slightly deep on the apex, didn't get that corner done very well. Gregor Schill, though, somewhat followed his line and wasn't able to punish him for that mistake. Dara looks like he's dropped back slightly from Jardier. Amir Husseini, slightly different line through turn 1. Gregor Schill looks like he's got a better run though. He's got the better car underneath him at the moment, I think.
It definitely... It doesn't look more comfortable, but it looks like it's just able to attack more into especially, and also out of the corners, so... I think it's just waiting for the point where it's close enough and where it's the corner itself is a good overtaking opportunity. And I think what happens between these two could be crucial in the title fight as well, because McCormack is ahead of these two, Boothby is behind them. McCormack and Boothby separated by 1 point, meaning there could be quite a significant difference if Boothby is behind them or in front of them, depending on whether there's an incident. So, just like Jardier versus McCormack, this could also be very important towards the end of the season.
I think Gregor's driving angry at the moment. You can tell by his mannerisms in the car, he's really not happy with Amir Husseini. We didn't see what it was. Chat suggesting a bit of a diverino down into
it definitely looked like it.
Yeah, look, flashing
lights
furiously. Really not happy with Amir's driving by the looks of things, and he's looking to punish him for it. So we'll see what happens. I saw the squeeze on the exit of 12. I think the dive came into 11 when you called it, but yeah.
Okay,
not happy.
Good. If you keep an eye on that, I'm going to look at the replay and see exactly what happened.
Yeah, sure. It would have been lap
23. Lap 23, 24.
Yeah, it involves car 19 and 92.
There you go.
Yeah, I think JR confirmed the dive bomb. Black Gold saw ask, was it a dive bomb? JR said, I think you answered your own question. Show us. Can't, unfortunately. It's gone. It's too far gone. We can't go that far back, unfortunately.
Can give an audio description of it though. So, Schill goes defensive initially to cover off Husseini. Goes on the brakes, and then after they've gone on the brakes, Husseini brakes later, goes to the inside, So Shill's already gone defensive. He's gone sort of middle of the road. He brakes. Asini brakes later. Goes further to the inside. Shill then himself goes more to the inside to squeeze Asini, which nearly ends up in contact. Asini almost kind of uses Shill as a brake, but not for, he hasn't like pile drive into him or anything. And then Shill tries to fight back at the last corner, but Asini holds on for that bit. So it was just very tough racing from that perspective. There wasn't anything overly dirty about it.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. On board at the moment with Jura Petroshenko, Samir Foch, Dominic Goltz, all getting quite close together. Don't worry, BGS. I've seen the gaps between the top boys, so we will keep an eye on it. 8/10 separates them now. Looks like we might have missed an overtake. Gaps opening up slightly. Looks like Foch, Petroshenko, Goltz sorting out the arrangements at the top. But here you go, it is coming down quickly. BMW Niels, I did suggest this could happen towards the end. Obviously we saw Luke Whitehead go a little early on the pit stop. And we've got BMW Niels going for the win here, the first win we've seen of Season 9. So we'll see. So it wasn't a dive bomb then, Andrew is saying. Well, it looks like it wasn't a dive bomb, but it was a forced move up the inside of 11. Alright, and then there was some rubbing, and then there was a little bit of gamesmanship on the exit of this corner, turn 12, where Amir didn't give Gregor Schill much road, which was his right, but slightly disrespectful in a GT car. Go back to about 5 minutes 30. We can't, look guys, we can't, unfortunately, because we've got a live race on. We'd love to, and we might do at the end of the race, just review it for you, but unfortunately we can't stop the game, stop the stream to go back and watch an incident that may or may not have happened. If we catch it within 30 seconds, we will happily click the replay button and go back 30 seconds, but I'm not going to jump into replays and have a look for you, I'm sorry. You might miss something on track.
Y'all wouldn't want that.
Wouldn't want that now, would we, boy?
No, man.
Yeah, BGS summed it up. Difficult track to overtake, so ease weeze. Ease weeze. BMW Niels really trying to get onto the back of life story. Luke. Now these boys haven't gone toe-to-toe yet, I don't think. Obviously we saw what happened when Malinowski and Luke Whitehead went to battle. It ended up with both of them seeing the barrier. And Luke Whitehead actually collected the boy were on board. BMW Niels took the rear end of that Porsche in turn 4 in Nürburgring only but 2 weeks ago. So there is a little bit of hostility in the air here, Saf.
I don't imagine they'll have that overly in mind.
Trying to keep things up here, Saf. I'm joking. That's like going, this is going to be the fight of the century, and the next sports commentator. Is it? I mean, yes, it is, I promise. You said that last week, James. Ah, well, you know. I don't think there'll be any anger involved, but I think there'll be a stern defence here from Luke Whitehead. 16 minutes to go, though. It's coming towards the end of the race. Needs to get on with it. Where should it go? Where's Dara?
That is a good question. I shall investigate.
Where is Dara?
I will investigate. What? Do you remember his car number?
He's out.
14.
He's gone. I can't click on him. Dara McCormack has dropped out. We have lost championship contender.
Okay, why? I'm on board with him in the moment. Let's see why.
It would have happened only momentarily.
Oh!
DQ?
No.
Disconnect?
It went off his car and I didn't realise, which means this weapon's somewhere here. Why? It's fine. Oh no.
Huge upset
that. Okay, so see, basically he's just gone whoever knows. It's gone in a straight line over the barrier, over the crowd, through the barrier, through the trees.
Classic ACC DC, that.
So that's a disconnect.
Disconnect, he's gone.
I thought it was a hardware issue. I thought he was going to ram into the wall, but no, he's just gone over everything.
No, you literally just yeet yourself into Narnia and that's a disconnect, yeah. When you lose connection, your car just goes straight, no inputs, nothing. You just go straight. And yeah, you find your way. It's like it's like when the Back to the Future car literally gets a 88 mile an hour, just off. So yeah, unfortunately for Dara though, that's huge for the championship now.
Yeah, that will almost certainly demote him now down to 3rd place in the championship. Actually, maybe even 4th or 5th. If I don't know. Because okay, so Boothby will definitely stay ahead as long as he stays where he is. Malinowski will definitely overtake if he stays 3rd. BMW Niels will go ahead if he finishes 2nd or 1st. Jardier is an interesting one. Let me see how many points you get for 4th. It is... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Gets 73. Yes, Jardier would also overtake him if he keeps 4th place. So Jardier is on course to go up to 4th place in the championship after this race, if it stands as it is.
Dara dropped down to 5th.
I believe so, because where's Husseini? Husseini's 5th. He gets 6. Ooh, oh, actually, hang on. I think he may actually go behind Husseini as well.
Oh no! Well, we'll see where Husseini finishes. He's 5th place at the moment, so...
Yeah. 5th place gets to 66 points, and the gap between them is 60 points. Meaning, even if Husseini finishes 6th, they'd then be drawn on points. So, it's not looking good for McCormack.
Dr. Glock said in chat, remember you're talking about going to the 4th dimension? Well, we just witnessed it.
There's a disconnect!
It was a disconnect into the 4th dimension, unfortunately. The doors of Narnia were opened and Dara was swallowed to go and frolic in the winter wonderness with Mr. Tumnus. Unfortunately, he won't be coming back. He will be slaying dragons on the open plains with that lion thing. Can't remember his name. Never mind. We'll see him next week. Aslan! Thank you, yeah. There you go.
I went years forgetting that name. I'm never going to forget it again.
No, right? Oh, it's such a badly made film. It's so bad. It could have been something really good. It could have been like Lord of the Rings.
The books
epic.
are great.
But the books are fantastic. Film, hard pass. Never mind. 5/10 separates between Luke Whitehead and BMW Niels. Gregor Schiele and Amir Hosseini. That gap, unfortunately, has opened up to 8/10. Don't think we're going to see any moves there. Under threat, though, currently George Boothby and Camera. Camera coming at Boothby quite quickly here. 4/10 separates them. Let's see what Arthur's doing here. But it's very aggressive. That BMW switched on the latter end here.
So maybe just as the tyres start wearing, the BMW is able to handle it better and better. Maybe the Porsche needs fresh tyres, hence why it's so quick in qualifying. I have no idea if that's a fact. I'm not an ACC expert. I'm saying that's as a hypothesis, but who knows? Maybe Whitehead's just starting to get a bit weary from trying to defend the lead for nearly 20-25 minutes now.
It's getting close, isn't it? It's getting close. Tetradax said that was the most poetic description of DC that I've ever heard. Well, there you go. You can take that one to the bank. That's just a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. Never mind. I'm sure Dara will be back, and anything can happen in the latter end. Anything can happen. Look, Luke Whitehead missed a race last time. He's back, and he's currently leading. Currently, anyway. Let's go on board with BMW Niels. He hunts down his first win with AOR. 10 minutes-ish to go, so we've not got long. Can he do it? Life Story Luke's doing everything here to keep that Porsche in front.
Something else to keep in mind, Malinowski has been catching last lap for BMW Niels 26.4, Malinowski 26.1. So he caught 3/10 in the last lap. Jardier was another 1/10 quicker than that. So
You're getting caught from behind.
Yeah. I think in the moment, if they catch at that pace for 10 minutes, they should be fine. But if they catch any more than that, both of them could be under threat.
I.e. if these guys get entangled in some kind of dogfight.
If they go side by side pretty much at any point, they're a bit scuffed.
They are a bit scuffed. Yeah, we'll have to hold on and see. It looks like they are being caught slowly. 1.8. Oh, they are. It's not slowly, Saff. It's now 1.5. Malinowski's reeling them in at a rate of knots. We'll have to definitely keep an eye on that. Okay.
I think now's the gap at the start of the lap because they set pretty much identical lap times that lap. So Malinowski must have just lost 0.3 in the middle of that lap and then caught it back. Because yeah, look, it's already up to 1.6 now. So it looks like maybe the top two are stronger in the first sector, Malinowski's stronger in the last sector.
Well, I guess the first sector is quite an open, draftier kind of part of the racetrack, whereas the second and the third sector are a little bit more twisty and technical. Might not be very good for cars following. Who knows? I'm literally just playing devil's advocate here. I don't know. We'll have to see. It was 1.5 to 1.8 over the line. Then we went 1.8 to 1.5. We've gone to 1.5. Let's see what it is when we cross the line this lap. We'll get a gauge if it is about 0.3, or whether it was just a very good lap by the looks of things from Malinowski. Camera and Boothby still 0.4 apart. They're just like these guys, really. It must be quite hard to get past that 3/4. I think we're seeing that play out. A very hard track to pass on. It has to be quite a deficit for a move to be forced.
Ooh.
1.2.
Malinowski 0.2 quicker that lap.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 tenths, isn't it, roughly, on average, a lap quicker. I don't think that's enough.
I wonder if we're on the pre-and penultimate lap.
We could possibly. I don't know. We could possibly be there. What's going on a little bit further down the pack? Oh, camera's getting very close. Very close indeed. Look at it. Oh, someone's well off. Who was that ahead? That was Schill. He's not digging.
Schill looks to be fine at the moment.
He went very, very wide at the bridge. Boothby's been able to really gain a bit of time on him.
See, when they go across the sector, he was 1.5 across the start-finish. Oh, sorry, going into sector 2. Going into sector 3. 1.5, so no, I don't think it was Schill.
Just a lot of dirt, I think. It was just spat up. Maybe just went a bit wide, but didn't lose anything like Boothby just did on the exit of 11. Was it 10? It is 10. It's the SS, isn't it? Oh, from out of nowhere! That was a little silly there, camera. I didn't see if there was contact
Boothby
there.
flashing his lights after that.
That was a little bit, yeah, on the limit there, buddy. But anyway, made it work, ish. Then got overtaken. Never mind. I think you'll learn lessons from that.
Leaders coming up to lap traffic.
Yes, they are. Interesting. Look how close Malinowski is. 0.8. He's right there.
0.9. Gets out of the way, that's revealed.
I think it was, you're right. The leaders coming through, like, on each other's bumper. And look at Malinowski, he was sideways trying to get past that traffic, trying to catch up. Lost a bit of time because of that.
Niels is a lot closer than he has been. Oh, that was a bit silly from me trying to go for the chicane. And he's caught my head off by Yeah, words. He's going for it down the inside. This is perfect for Malinowski. This is exactly what he needed. They're compromising each other's lines, give each other room.
Hold on to the outside.
They go side by side. And just look at Malinowski, he's ready to munch.
He is. Tortellini boys getting hungry. Whitehead holds onto the inside line though. Crucially, he pushes.
And there's Malinowski. Oh, he wanted to go for it. Door closed. That brought back some painful memories.
Definitely did. Malinowski almost tried to just hang it up the inside there, but couldn't get it done. He's going to have to hold on for a little bit longer. Ooh, cracks starting to appear then in Whitehead's arsenal of defence.
Yeah, BMW Niels knows what he has to do now, and this is pretty much now officially pretty much a three-way fight for the lead now, unless these two can start pulling away from Malinowski, which with 5 minutes to go, they can maybe hold them off. But there's a tap!
So silly from BMW Niels.
I'm gonna have to watch that back.
That was so silly. Never mind, it happened. Unfortunately, it involves the leaders, but in my opinion, that was a very, very late attempt there at a pass.
I'm going to watch it again to see whether one of them broke significantly later than the other.
We're watching it now.
Niels had a very good run on him.
He did.
He definitely wasn't trying anything. I think he was trying to avoid Whitehead.
Yeah, we just watched it back as well.
Yeah, it just looks like Niels takes a different line, and then...
From the helicam, it didn't look as damning. But I think Niels tried to weave slightly to get out of the way. And yet Luke just closed the door, and obviously he was braking that little bit earlier.
It looks like the line that Luke is wanting to take goes across where Niels was wanting to go, and then because obviously they're human, they don't quite have the reaction time to sort everything out. And I don't know if that'll be a penalty or not. I honestly don't know.
Not too sure.
But Malinowski's got ahead of BMW Niels after that.
Unfortunately, we didn't see where that happened, but he did get ahead. Must have been.
I shall watch that back.
Yeah, have a little look. I think that was down into 10-11-ish area. Might have just snuck it up the inside. Yeah, I think just a bit of miscommunication from the drivers. There's no way that a move was going to happen into that corner. It wasn't happening. Not in a month for Sundays. And I think the braking point just got caught out by Niels, but you always have to take responsibility as a following car, not to hit the car in front.
Okay. Well, I've seen the Malinowski move. He just went later on the brakes at the last corner. Oh, there was a tap, actually. He actually tapped Niels out of the way to get past.
BMW Niels into the lead past Malinowski. Shows him the gravel on the exit of 10.
Oh, and look at Jardier. He's on the back of these boys now.
He is.
Oh, look at them all. They're all clapping together. This is Johnny's taking third. Johnny's taking the lead.
Johnny has taken the lead. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Luke Whitehead slips into second place. We're going to see a win from Johnny.
Don't jinx him. Don't you dare jinx him. Oh, look. Amir Husseini on the back of this as well now.
He is. Oh, my God. Drama from the top boys. They're all falling apart. And Johnny
I need to watch that on the replay.
You have a little look on that.
You see in the live action. You need to not miss anything that happens.
Oh, definitely not. That was fantastic. Jardier just round the outside and managed just to luck past all of them, falling over each other. He's in the lead with 2 minutes to go. Luke
it's a thing.
Right on the tail of him now. Sorry, Sam.
No, it's fine. Niels was slowing down while Malinowski was trying to speed up. So they have a little tap round. That spins Neil round. Whitehead also then goes back and Malinowski. Oh, there's actually contact between Jardier and Malinowski. Oh, I'm not sure. No, that looks like Malinowski just lost traction in the rear. And yeah, that's how Jardier took the lead with less than 3 minutes to go. Now less than 2 minutes to go, and he's already got a 7/10 lead to Whitehead.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure it's still 7/10.
In
fact, no, it is. It is 7/10. So they must be going on to. Oh, this is gonna be close. I don't know if they're going on to the final lap.
Yeah, it's got to be about 26 coming across the line.
But it's going to take at least 10 seconds to get to the line. We might be going on to the final lap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're going on to the final lap of the race. Jardier leading by 0.6 of a second. He wasn't even in the top 3 a couple laps ago, and he's now leading.
What an end to this race. These boys falling over each other. BMW
Niels has got a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with Whitehead.
Oh wow, okay, so there you go. He was slapped on the wrist for that crash. I think that was after, I think it's Starkey's Bridge into McLean's.
It's turn 7.
Thank you, yep, turn 7.
And yeah, and that will put him behind Husseini, Schill, Boothby, Camera. So we'll put him down to 8th place after he's been potentially challenging for a win.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt a lot.
That is going to hurt a lot, definitely. But yeah, look at that. He managed to jump round all of them. He came from nowhere as well. You just pointed out that he was there. Jumped around the outside, managed to get them. Here comes BMW Niels up the inside of Malinowski into 10. And no, he thinks better of it. You've already been penalised for issues around that area. Do not give it another go. Where is Luke Whitehead? He's close, but he's not close enough. There's no banana there, unfortunately. 5/10 separates the two Porsches. And we're going to see what everyone, I think, watching has been wanting to see for a long time. His chat is going to be going absolutely stratospheric. Here comes Jardier for his first win in Tier 1 in AOR. He's going to be over the moon. And maximum points goes to Jardier. Congratulations. Epic win. Luke Whitehead.
Malinowski got a penalty.
Oh my goodness. Amir Hassini's going to jump.
And that was for down at turn 11, so actually turn 11 might be the... You might have been right, turn 11 might have been the hairpin. But yeah, that is... Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm now debating. Is that for the hairpin that we saw? Or was that for the last corner overtake?
He hit the back of BMW Niels. So...
Well, yeah, no, I don't know if that's what he's being penalised for, or whether when he overtook BMW Niels. Because the lap he's been penalised on is the same one where BMW Niels and Whitehead had the collision. And that was the same lap Malinowski overtook.
Well,
so I wonder if he's been penalised for that.
Let's have a little look what happened with this replay, guys. Because we just want to see that second to last lap as it happened. I'll just get you over in a sec. Just going to find the right cars. And we'll watch it on board from Jardier's point of view. Because it is going to be absolutely spicy.
And need to get onto the stream to see this. He must be over the moon.
Here we go, boys. I'll let you see this in all its glory. You can see them battling ahead. Oh, no. No. All right, we're going to have to see it like this. Unfortunately, they're moving sessions. We can't. But here we go. Round the outside. He manages to nap them all in 11. Look at that. And takes the lead and manages to get the win. What a fantastic move. Brilliant stuff.
Rage.
Yes.
Are you on the right scene?
I am on the right scene.
Are you sure?
I will be, don't you worry. It's
there
delayed.
we go.
Yeah.
So is it delayed? Because Black was saying in chat.
No, it was just slightly delayed.
Right.
Yeah, well, there you go. That was, well, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely
I have
brilliant.
I have got the replay saved if you want to watch more stuff back.
Let's see if we can... return to the garage. Well, let me return to the garage. All right. Well, I think we'll. No, I don't think we need to revisit the incident. To be fair, I think we saw everything that happened. We were watching it on board. It was that main incident I think that people wanted to watch. Jardier going around the outside of those boys as they tripped over themselves. Let's just see if we can go back a lap and maybe just get it again one more time. Got to find the car. There he is. Here, or was it here? No, it was here. Here we go. Fantastic. Good stuff. Opportunistic drive in there. Luke Whitehead managed to slither his way through too. Wow. There we go. There we go, chat. That's what it looks like. When it happens bad. Unfortunately for a lot of the drivers there. Absolutely caught out.
Have you seen the overtake for Malinowski?
I have not.
Right, let me show that because I think this is what he's being penalised for. Because again, this is on the same lap. That the penalty says it's the same lap as when there was the collision between Niels and Whitehead.
Let's have a little look.
So I think this is what he's been penalised for.
Have a little chat with the boys. 1 second, guys, just so we can show you all the angles of what happened with the penalties and whatnot. Off you go, Saf.
So this is heading down to the penultimate corner. Niels a bit deep into the corner. Malinowski gets a better exit. He then switches to the inside, and I think this is what he's been penalised for.
If it was turn 11... Yes, you could be quite right there. You could be quite right there indeed. Well, it's done for now, unfortunately. That's the way the cookie crumbles for these guys. We'll come back and have a chat with the guys who did the business. At the moment, we know Jardier and Luke Whitehead first and second. Third place, we think, might be Amir Hassini. Guys,
it is.
It might be Amir Hassini. Keep your caps on. It might have happened, boys. Let's have a little chat with Jardier and Luke. Well, I'm not sure I thought we would be having a chat with you so soon, buddy, but opportunistic move, and then the win. Did you even think that was going to happen?
No, no. Like, honestly, when I saw these 3 guys ahead of me, I expected there's going to be definitely, like, they're going to fight a lot. There's going to be definitely some little touchy, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't expect that I will overtake 3 of them in one corner, you know? That was just, I mean, honestly, on the pace alone, you know?
Just, if you do watch the video back, which, you know, I know you're a busy man, you might not have time, I think it's the most amount of enthusiasm that we've ever heard from Saffzo. He went stratospheric. He went higher than I ever did. So it was, well, we've been waiting for something like this to happen. Third place. We know the pace has been improving, buddy, and it just goes to show. I know it happened through, you know, circumstances, but it doesn't matter. You still got the win. You still got the points. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm very happy, like, because, like, the Porsche is not my main car, and I'm improving with it. I'm very happy how, like, compared to the first round of Paul Ricard, I'm getting closer to the guys. Like, today in the quali, I definitely had, like, getting P2 lap, for sure. Like, the same pace with the Luke and Mathieu, but I just couldn't put it together. And then in a race, I was having very similar pace to Mathieu, especially in the second stint, but I still do, like, a tiny little mistakes.
Yeah.
Like with missing the confidence, like especially in a chicane. Like I feel like on like second or third lap I got a warning, and since that I had no confidence in the chicane, and I was like so afraid there. Even though I had like still 3 warnings left, I was still very, very afraid there, and literally I was ready to get P4 in the end, and I was just hoping at least I will go in a fight, at least I will go side by side with someone, and maybe try something on Luke at least, and then this happened. You know, I literally, it was just pure luck, because I saw guys being on the right, very, very close to each other, and I just literally send it on the left. Yeah, I literally just send it on the left from the outside, because I know that hairpin, and I was like, basically what I expected was that Nils, Mathieu will be very slow, and they will slow Luke, and I will get Luke at least, you know. But I absolutely didn't expect this. This was just my Valentine right there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It happens on Valentine's Day, the day of love. Keep the car. It's working for you, buddy. You know, I think that confidence will come. You know, if you've just switched over and you haven't had a lot of hours in it, you know, it's one of those things that will come with time. So it's obviously working for you. Keep it up, and it's going to massively improve your championship hopes. So yeah, you're there in the fight. Look, a stat from last season. I think one of the guys who came second place, he didn't get a podium until the last race. Like, so it can happen. You've already got a win under your belt. So yeah.
Thank you so much. I just want to say one more thing, guys. Sure. I don't know if you are following that the bingo they are doing on Twitter.
No.
Okay. There's like a bingo they are doing before every AOR race. Like I don't know.
Really?
Nils smashes wheel. Somebody gets taken out. You know, blah blah blah. Oh my god, you have to see it. And today they've written Jardier gets lucky.
Someone's gonna get a bingo. Yeah. Well, there you go. You can't script it. I mean, well, you put yourself in the position on skill alone, and it just happened in front of you. You know, that's racing. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem at all. Well, there we go. We'll just. I was gonna hop him down, but he's found his own way. Let's get Luke in, because we'll probably need about half an hour, and then we'll get Amir Hassini to have a little chat afterwards. Luke, little snake got your way through there. You managed to get out of that pain real quick, but it hurt just a couple of laps before with Nils.
I don't think hurt describes it enough, really. I think, you know, I mean, it was snatched from me in the nicest way possible. I think, you know, obviously the penalties were dished out, and anyone who was watching saw what happened, but. Yeah. It doesn't make it any easier, you know. Having led the race, you know, I let Mathieu go at the start because obviously I knew he had the penalty for track limits infringements in quali, so I knew that was going to be P1. And then obviously the tyres kind of dropped off at the end, but I knew that if I just drove normally, Nils wouldn't get past, because obviously you can't dive bomb from 4/10 back.
No.
It still happened, and you know, Nils has apologised, which is fair enough, but you know. It is what it is. P2 is still a good result. Even after the spin, you know, with the collision between those two, I should have been ahead. But obviously, Jard's got the rub of the green there, and just right place, right time, right place, right time. And you know, don't get me wrong, he was really quick throughout the entire race. So you know, he really deserved the win. Full credit to him. But yeah, it shouldn't have even come to that. It should have just been, you know. I mean, the back marker for me started all of it. You know, put me offline, and that lost me a little bit of time, and that just put me under a little bit more pressure than I needed to be or should have been with Niels. And yeah, it is what it is.
He was hunting you at the end. He was, you know, you were keeping it there. You were keeping that distance, but then the cracks came on that lap before the incident. You know, there was a little bit of a look down into the S's, where you managed to hold on to it, and you looked like you were on the ropes at that point. And then obviously the braking, I think he just misjudged his braking going into that corner. I think it's turn 7. You broke, I think, bang on, and took your line.
I didn't change my braking at all. So yeah,
it was a
shame.
Caught out. You got caught
yeah,
out.
I mean, mistakes are made. You know, that's just all part of racing. I think, you know, it wasn't anything malicious from Niels. Like maybe he was trying a move, but you know, he's understood that, you know, that was not on me. So, you know, which is nice. I think, you know, obviously the last race I did, I made a mistake. You know, mistakes happen to everyone, so I can't really go at anyone's throats too much, because obviously I've been there, so I know what it's like. But yeah, it is what it is. A lot of strength shown. I mean, in quali, I messed up my lap. Actually, I should have probably done a 24.9 or a 25.0. That was what I was on for until the final corner. So the strength has been shown. 2 poles for me in a row. So I've just got to take the momentum, take the positives, and obviously just go on from there. You know, as I said, the race was managed from me. I was keeping the gap, you know, manageable, around 5 tenths. You know, and I knew as long as it was that gap, I wouldn't get overtaken. But obviously,
you can't make allowances for things that happen behind you.
No, of course, you can't control the other guys. No. But you know, I did the job that I could have done.
That's all you got to
exactly.
Do. Points are good.
But I also wanted to say, sure. Really great job from Amir and Dalking. You know, Dalking gained, I think, 12 places, which is brilliant from him. And Amir picking up the P3, his first race in GTWR. He's done a brilliant job. So look out for him. He'll be stronger and stronger each race. So
we're going to just about have a chat with him in a minute. So we're going to drag him
awesome
up.
Stuff. All right.
Yeah, no, thanks for dropping in, Luke. Honestly,
no worries,
after
guys.
Last week, yeah, good to see you back and fighting at the top end. Just commiserations, but don't let it bother you, buddy.
It happens. I'm jolly. So it's fine.
No worries. We'll speak soon.
All right. Take care of yourselves, guys.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Amir, well done. Managed to get yourself up into the podium. Thanks for waiting for us there where we had a chat with the other boys. Well, it looks like lots of people fell around and all over themselves at the end of that race. But you kept your head clean, kept out of trouble, got yourself a podium.
Woohoo, guys!
Well done.
This is first my interview, and my English is so bad. It's so bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry.
I need to say about this race that was so crazy. I didn't know about rules from qualify, and that off track for a start lap. But anyway, that race was so good.
Yeah, I mean it was a great race to watch. So you unfortunately got caught out by that penalty at the beginning, right? In the qualifying, the rule penalty.
Yes, I didn't know about rules. That was my mistake, surely. And a start race was so careful from me, and I tried just one dive on Jardier, but that was
I mean, you
switch back from Jardier again. After that, I keep the pace and go to the pit lane for change tire. After that, shield was front of me.
Yeah.
And I try one dive in last chicane, last turn.
You did. How did that go? Because I don't think he was too happy.
Yeah, that was. I think this is the best result from me, and this is best result for BMW car in this race, and I'm so happy, and I need to say thank you from your AUR League.
No worries. Amir, thank you very much. I know it's difficult for you to have a chat with us, so I really do appreciate the effort. Mainly.
Yeah.
And congratulations on your first podium. Hopefully it's one of many.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem at all. No problem at all.
Cheers.
Oh, bless his little cottons. He really tried there. The English was absolutely fine, Amir. Well done. Saf, mate. Are we done? Jeez. I think we need the week off.
You say, are we done? There is one more penalty.
I think it's the one you were talking about, or at least one around there.
So, so first of all, I was correct from the start. Turn 10 is the penultimate corner of the hairpin, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyway, beyond that.
Okay.
So at said turn 10, Malinowski has got another 5-second penalty for what happened there towards the end.
So Malinowski won't finish 7th. He will finish much further back than that, probably around 9th or 10th, maybe even further back. So yeah, Malinowski getting a second penalty at the end of that, so pushing him probably outside the top 10. That's going to have huge knock-on effects for this championship, just like Dara disappearing. I mean, a small lifeline given to Dara at the end there. Luckily, the points, most of them, all went to Jardier, so another bit of a lifeline there for Dara. Where did Boothby finish? 5th place, so, you know, I know he took the L and he went to Narnia, but it's not all over just yet, right?
Yeah, I think he's actually extended his championship lead with that, to be honest. I don't think anyone's caught up or overtaken him. I think that's actually, championship-wise, been a pretty good race for him.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, because Neil's got really knocked back. Jardier will get 100, so he'll be on 288. George Boothby will definitely get more than that. So, yeah, we'll see a huge jump from Jardier, I reckon. Dara, I don't know. He's going to get knocked down a few, I think, but we'll see. We'll come back in 2 weeks' time and we'll go through all of those standings, guys. And we'll let you know what happened and how it's all kind of panning out for the second part of the season. Right, well, you can join us next time, at least, which will be tomorrow. Sorry about that noise. That's I completely forgot that the the helicam was going in the background for all of that. Anyway, you can join us tomorrow, same time, at 7:30 UK time, to watch Tier 2. And do tune in to watch Tier 2, because from what I've been hearing, it's been some fantastic racing. There is just one commentator tomorrow, I think, because Tim has had to take a leave of absence due to medical reasons. He's inhaled bees into his eyes, literally. I saw a picture. It's not nice. It's not nice. Looks like he's gone at it like crazy with sandpaper. But he'll be back in the future, I'm sure. But it'll just be JSR on his own, I think, tomorrow. So do come in and drop him some love and give him some support, because he'll be on his own. I know how that feels. It's nasty, isn't it, Saf? You also know how it feels. It's hard work to do it on your own. So do come and give him some support. That'll be at 7:30 tomorrow for Tier 2. And then in 2 weeks' time, you can come back and join us for the remainder of the season. It's a big, long 90-minute one round Hungaroring. Do join us for that. What the outcome of this season's going to be, I've got no idea. I don't think anyone can guess it so far, Saf. It's been crazy. It's anyone's game.
Boothby's going to win it.
You reckon? You think he's going to hold on? Oh, I mean, Dara could come back strong. Who knows? I've got no idea. I've got no idea.
Boothby's going to win it.
That's what makes this season, this championship so good. The field is such high quality, it could go to anyone. It could go to anyone. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we'll leave you there, guys. We'll let you get on with the rest of your day. Enjoy your Valentine's. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. It's been emotional. It has. I think I'm going to go to Narnia next. Mr. Tudness, give me those backwards legs.